Hey guys, Tina here with another Blender tutorial in 2.79. We're going to go back to our little abomination we made because aren't abominations just great? They make you question all these things in life. But we're not going to be doing anything crazy today. I'm just going to show you what's the difference between an edge, a face, and a vertice, because these are going to be super important, and how to select those when you're in edit mode. So when we have our object here, we're going to press tab to go into edit mode, and we can see all these things here. So maybe your view doesn't look like this. Maybe you see something like this or like this, but we're going to show you how to select those different things. So if you look down here, you're going to have your vertice selector, and what a vertice is a singular point where lines, edges, or rather the edges, not lines, but they're called edges, meet together to create what's called a vertice. It's essentially a point that all these lines come to. It's where you have these connections. You're going to have them. There's tons of them in a model. If you're curious on how many vertices you have, you can also see up here. And it says Verts. I have one selected out of 482 on this UV sphere. So if I select all, you're going to see that I have all 482 selected on this UV sphere. Since we still have mirroring on, it's still going to affect what's going on the other side. But I'm just going to show you the difference between those things right now. So if this is a vertice, these little bits, theoretically, are lines, but in Blender they're called edges. So your edge tool is going to be this little button down here. So again, you have vertice, edge, and face. So edge, you're going to be able to select a full edge. So it's essentially moving vertice between vertice on a single point that connects together a solid line. So that's what we have selected, and that's what we're moving. So cool, I'm moving the edge, and because I still have that X mirroring on, it's moving on both sides. If I wanted to turn that off too, I can just go over here to options, and I can turn it off. So now if I move it, it's not going to affect the other side. Moving on from that, you'll see that, I have all these lines here. The first one, we have these vertices. You can see these dark dots in between everything. Last but not least is faces. So we come back here, you'll see that there's this dot I can select here and move the whole face. And you notice the face stays intact and everything else moves in correspondence with it, depending on how far I stretch it out or, indent it. So it's a really great way, depending on how you need to maneuver your object, it can be super helpful. If you have like, let's put a cube in. If you have a cube and you need to just move one face, cool, you can. If you want to move an edge, say you want to make this a ramp, you can move an edge. Cool, well now let's say I want this to be weird. I don't know, I'm into abstract art now all of a sudden. I'm going to move this singular vertice in and up because abstract art is in. All this over here is too symmetrical, so we're gonna just screw around with it. Cool, we have created abstract art. Look at this. We are professional artists now. We can go and get degrees and everyone will pay us buco bucks. So yeah, you've learned the difference today between a vertice, an edge, and a face. Let me select face. Face. Whee! So hopefully you learned something today. We'll see you again next time with our abomination and abstract art. We're professionals, guys.